Hello, my name is Scott Hawkins. I'm your instructor here for Accounting 210. I welcome all of you. I appreciate you being patient with me while I'm trying to get my little in-room studio set up. Haven't been here in Spearfish that long, so it just took me a little while to get things set up here in the first week. But now we should be good to go. I still have to calibrate my document camera, but that should be easy enough. We can get that done here pretty quickly. Now that we're going, I wanted to do a quick little introductory video, just to make sure that everything's working okay, that the sound is coming through, that you can find the video, and that it's viewable. So let's just do a quick introduction. So as I wrote in my introduction part of the discussion group, I coming from Texas. I was 5 years at Texas Tech, and before that I was 4 years at Portland State. Happy to be out of the dust and the heat in Texas. So South Dakota has been so far a really nice place. But let's go ahead and look at a couple of the things about the class. Before I go forward, I just wanted to thank everyone for their great introductions on the discussion group. It's always interesting and for me to see who all is taking the course. If you've got specific questions that relate to your own career paths, please let me know. I'm happy to talk about it. I did mention I taught at Texas Tech and Portland State, but before that I was working for 20 years in various fields, software, retail goods, franchising, but mostly in Asia. I lived and worked in, China, Vietnam, New Zealand. I had clients all over that area. So I have quite a broad business background as well as a pretty good teaching background. Well, on to the actual course. First thing I want to show you is getting your textbook and your online homework set up. If you bought the item, if you're here at Black Hills, then you've been able to go and purchase it, and you've gotten your loose leaf textbook. Plus you got a code, Access Wiley Plus. This is the little flyer that's on D2L. You just log in, you plug in this course ID, and then with your access that you've purchased, you should be able to get set up on the course. I see a number of you have already done it. If you're not here in Black Hills, or you don't want the paper copy, you can just go and use this to buy the online homework. You still enter in the code, and then it'll just get you access to the online homework portal, which you get included sort of a temporary e-textbook for the length of the course. I will mention that this textbook and this homework portal is used for both Accounting 210 and Accounting 211, and it should be, as far as I understand, it is a 2-month homework portal access, so that you don't have to buy it again. You can use it for Accounting 210 and for 211. And if you are not quite sure if you want to take the course, or you're still kind of on the fence, there is an option for you to be able to just do like a 2-week trial, so you can kind of test it out and see if this is right for you. Okay, so let's take a little bit of a look at the syllabus. You've probably had a chance to see this. If not, go ahead and check it out on D2L. It's the normal boilerplate stuff. I'll just point out the major things is that here is the course outline. We're basically going through the first 11 chapters in the textbook, and we're kind of going at it at about a clip of about a chapter a week. Don't worry necessarily about the first week's homework. I know it's set up for Monday or Tuesday or some day like that, but I'll push it off a couple of days because we're kind of getting a sort of a soft start here with this first chapter. So don't worry about that. I'll change that here in the next day or so. There's obviously a couple of days that are no class, but that is not as affecting us because we're online. As far as the tests are concerned, I think what we're going to be doing is the lockdown respondus type testing. If that ends up being an issue for anyone, let's discuss it. I think because of COVID, most of you have probably had an experience with that. If not, I'll be sending out explanations about how to go ahead and do that. So we've got three exams. Let's kind of scooch down here. You've got 3 exams plus a final. Homework. I try and do the homework to where There's more homework points, like maybe I'll actually build into the homework portal, like there's 300 points, of which 250 will get you to 100%. So therefore anything over is maybe extra credit. Plus you could miss, if you end up missing the due date for a homework or two, it's not the end of the world. You can still get full credit. Quizzes, there'll be a couple of those sprinkled in. I'm not sure if I'm going to do them through D2L. I'm going to have to build them out. Coming from a different university, this is a new textbook for me, and it's also a new learning management system. I used Blackboard back at Texas Tech, and now we're using D2L. So I'm kind of having to learn a little bit of the differences between all these things, but never fear, I'll figure them out. The next thing we want to take a look at here is we'll take a look at the office schedule. So this office schedule, as you can see, I have 3 face-to-face classes, and then I have the online class. So my office hours are kind of set up as being between 2 of my classes during the week. This will just allow you to understand that if you're trying to get in touch with me, obviously I'm not available while I'm teaching, but if we want to set up some other time for just the online people to gather, maybe we can. I'm always available when I'm not teaching on Zoom one-to-one, or if you want to say once or twice a week where I just set up an open Zoom to people can pop in, pop out whenever they want, we can do that as well. Just, hey, post something on the discussion group and we can talk about it, or you can send me an email personally. Okay, I didn't want to make this too long. I just wanted to kind of make sure that my setup here was working and that you were able to kind of hear me and see me. If there's any technical issues, like things were too small or the sound was too low or whatever, let me know. I'm going to be posting these to YouTube. I'm just always a little bit leery about using the university websites because sometimes they go down, whereas YouTube is pretty much up all the time. So, having said that, I don't think if you have any questions, let me know. Happy to talk about anything. I'm usually happy to work with everyone. And let's just consider the syllabus here as kind of our starting point. We might adjust a few things to make sure it fits kind of all of our needs. So don't worry too much now about exactly how the things are going to work out. Just start reading, start trying to work on the homework, and we'll kind of go from there. Okay, everyone, thanks for now, and I will talk to you soon.